Hold it.
Color guard, post colors. And salute. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color guard dismissed.
And to thank you for coming and supporting us. This is an awesome crowd. It's very impressive. I'm Patty Hennick. I'm one of the parent organizers of the Kids Helping Kids 9/11 Charity LemonAid stand. This is our 10th fundraiser, which is pretty impressive. And as if most of you have probably seen, our numbers have been growing each year, which is just great. As the name suggests, Kids Helping Kids, the kids are a big part of this event. A couple years ago, we decided to encourage the older kids to step up and act as a chair for the fundraiser. Their duties include coordinating a block vote to choose an organization, leading planning meetings with the other kids and parents, communicating updates and reminders via email, contacting the local media. It's been great. Our past chairs, Madeline Strand, Alec Birmingham, and Matthew Hennick, have done a great job.
Hello, I'm Luke Olson, and I'm chairperson of this year's LemonAid stand. As you all know, I live right here. But, you know, everybody today is thinking about the fact that this is the 10th anniversary of 9/11. And we are united here today to not only honor the memories of the people whose lives that they lost, but we're here to work for a brighter future in our community and in the world. Let's make sure we have the best LemonAid stand ever. To get this ceremony started, we have an a cappella group from OPRF singing Imagine by John Lennon.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us on the sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Hi again. On September 11, 2001, Kathy Morgan, an Oak Park native, lost her father at Ground Zero. Although she's not here today, she has been a faithful LemonAid stand supporter throughout the years. And her friend, Maura O'Hara, who is a Thrive board member, will share a reading about the event.
Thanks, Luke, and thanks to everybody on the block for organizing this LemonAid stand. On behalf of Thrive, I'd like to say thank you. But I'm here right now on behalf of Kathy Morgan, my neighbor and friend. Kathy's father was killed on 9/11. He was one of the 2,753 people murdered that day. He's recognized as the only civilian among the 400 first responders killed that day. So you might ask, how can a civilian be a first responder? Mr. Morgan worked for Con Edison, which is the electric utility in New York. He worked there his entire career and eventually got into a position as emergency management specialist. And in that role, whenever something happened in the city, whether a water main broke or electricity went down, they'd call Dick Morgan, and he would join the police chiefs and the fire chiefs at Command Center. He knew World Trade Center very well because after the first attack in 1993 on the World Trade Center, he was part of a commission to safeguard the towers. Mr. Morgan's office was not at the World Trade Center, and he wasn't assigned to be there that day. He heard on his police radio that something was happening there, that a plane had hit one of the buildings, and so he went there, and he joined the command center. When the south building collapsed, he stayed with the command center as they moved it next door to the north building. When the north building collapsed, the entire command center was crushed. The Morgan family found out that night that their father was missing. 24 days later, his body was recovered. Kathy's not here today because she's at the dedication of the memorial at the World Trade Center, where Dick Morgan's name is inscribed along with all the other first responders killed that day. Kathy was honored to be asked to speak here today. She feels a real affinity for River Forest because it's very similar to the town she is from, Glen Rock, New Jersey. Glen Rock lost 11 citizens that day. Kathy's talked a lot about 9/11. She's talked a lot about hearing the word anniversary and how that word is a little bit jolting to her because it usually implies a celebration. there's not much to celebrate today. But there is one aspect of the 9/11 tragedy that Kathy does celebrate: the kindness and generosity of friends and of strangers that her family experienced during the terrible 24 days while the Morgans waited for Dick Morgan's remains to be found, and the kindness the family continued to experience months and years afterwards. That kindness continues today with this lemonade stand, with kids helping kids. It captures the same spirit of love and charity that emerged after September 11, 2001. It's so simple and so powerful. Thank you, neighbors on Bonnie Bray. You've made the community stronger and are the best of America. Kathy's family's been hanging the September 11th Remembrance flag for 10 years. First in Glen Rock, now in Oak Park. Kathy leaves the flag up for 24 days, taking it down on the day her father's body was found. She asked me to present this flag to you here today. Luke, I wonder if you'd come over and accept this. So on this flag, each of the 4 stars symbolize an airplane that was used as a weapon, and the passengers on those airplanes who died. You can see the buildings that were damaged and destroyed, the Pentagon and the Twin Towers. God Bless America reminds us of the hope and faith of our nation. The circle represents the unity that occurred after the tragedy and continues here today. Please accept this flag as a gift from Kathy Morgan. Thank you for remembering and honoring the victims of September 11th, 2001.
Thank you. Some of the kids on the block have volunteered to say a couple of words about the September 11th attacks and the lemonade stand and what it's meant to them over the years.
I'm Hannah Kide, and here's what. September 11th was a tragic day in the history of this country. I, like many of the kids on this block, were too young at the time to know what it meant. I'm still not sure I fully understand what happened or why. I do, however, now know what the day means to me. As kids, we try to make something positive out of this day, literally turning a lemon into lemonade. It started small and grew to become what it is today. I've grown up with this lemonade stand being part of this block's heritage, and it makes me proud. I've learned that, in the words of Aesop, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Thank you for continuing to support our lemonade stand.